Hey, Dub Nation! We're back with another exclusive video about our beloved Golden State Warriors. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update about the Dubs. Now, let's jump into the first story. Last night was not easy. As a Warriors fan, I've seen my fair share of magical moments, breathtaking runs, and basketball that has defined an era. But there are nights like this one, where everything feels off, the rhythm is gone, and even the presence of Stephen Curry isn't enough to pull us out of the fog. We all waited anxiously for Steph's return. He'd missed a few games, and in his absence, the offense sputtered and the energy dipped. His return was supposed to reignite something, a spark, a sense of rhythm, some balance. Instead, what we got was a sobering reality check, handed to us by a team that looked sharper, faster, and far more connected. Watching the Thunder dominate us from start to finish was like reliving a nightmare that never ended. There were stretches where we couldn't buy a bucket, and our defense collapsed in ways that felt uncharacteristic, even for a team still trying to find its identity this season. It wasn't just about losing. We've lost games before, and we'll lose more, that's part of the grind. It was how we lost that stung. There was no fight. No cohesion. Just a lot of standing around, waiting for someone, probably Steph, to rescue us with some magic. And that's no way to play winning basketball. Curry didn't look like himself. Understandably so, he's coming off a minor injury, and even superheroes need time to get back into rhythm. But seeing him struggle, seeing his shots rim out, watching him try to spark some life into the offense only to be met with blank stares and broken plays, that hurt. This team, this version of the Warriors, feels like it's still searching. Searching for its voice. For its soul. For a new identity in a post-dynasty era where things don't come easy anymore. The Thunder showed us what a young, hungry team with a unified vision looks like. We, on the other hand, looked like a group of talented strangers still trying to figure each other out. And yet, as frustrating as it was, I couldn't turn away. That's what being a fan is, loyalty not just in the champagne-soaked celebrations, but in the cold, quiet losses that force you to question everything. I sat there, hoping for a run, a comeback, something that would signal, we're still here. It never came. Klay had his moments, but they were brief. Draymond tried to anchor the defense, but even his voice seemed muted in the chaos. The bench was flat. The rotations were off. Every time we tried to push the pace, the Thunder answered with a dagger. And when they ran up the score in the second half, there was no resistance. I've seen this team climb from irrelevance to greatness before. I know what it looks like when they're locked in, the ball movement, the confidence, the way the crowd starts to rise before the shot even goes up. But none of that was present last night. The movement was sluggish. The passes were hesitant. The body language told a story no box score ever could. Even our effort plays, diving for loose balls, rotating hard on defense, fighting through screens, were lacking. It was like the team spirit was stuck in neutral, waiting for someone to step up and slam the gear into drive. But no one ever did. The Thunder deserve credit. They played like a team on a mission. Every cut was sharp. Every closeout was crisp. They looked like a team that believed in each other. Watching them reminded me of our young core from years ago, back when we were the disruptors, not the ones being disrupted. It's not just that we're older now, it's that the league has caught up. Teams aren't intimidated by us anymore. They come into our games expecting to compete, and too often lately, they leave with the win. That invincibility we once had? It's gone. And that means we need to fight harder, play smarter, and rebuild our identity from the ground up. Steph tried. He really did. He moved off the ball, tried to get into rhythm, created space. But nothing was falling. And without his gravity at full strength, the rest of the offense just unraveled. It was hard to watch him carry so much of the burden again, especially on a night when he clearly wasn't at 100%. There was a moment in the third quarter when we cut the lead to under 20. The arena got loud, the momentum felt like it might shift. But a couple missed assignments, a fast break three from OKC, and just like that, the door slammed shut again. That's how thin the margin is now. We're not the Warriors of 5 years ago. And that's okay. But what's not okay is accepting mediocrity. This roster has talent. It has championship DNA. What it needs is urgency, commitment, A renewed fire that refuses to settle for going through the motions. I think about the younger guys on the roster. They're watching all of this unfold. Learning from the vets. What are they learning? That inconsistency is acceptable? That effort is optional? We have to set the tone, not just in the locker room, but on the court, every possession. Coaching matters too. Kerr's system works when there's buy-in. When players cut hard, screen with purpose, make the extra pass. But lately, that trust has been missing. Too much isolation. Too little movement. It's like everyone is waiting for someone else to take control. I miss the joy. Remember when we used to play with joy? When the ball zipped around, when bench celebrations were electric, when every win felt like a celebration of basketball itself. That energy has faded, and it's up to the team to bring it back. There's still time. The season is young. But the window, it's shrinking. Every game like this is a missed opportunity to build chemistry, to right the ship, to remind the league that the Warriors still mean business. I'm not giving up. Never have. Never will. But being a fan doesn't mean being blind. It means holding the team accountable. Demanding better. Believing that improvement is possible, because we've seen it before. This loss should hurt. It should sting. If it doesn't, something's wrong. Because when you care this much, losing like this isn't just a stat. It's a gut punch. But in that pain, there's also possibility. A chance to respond. To regroup. To look in the mirror and say, this isn't who we are. And then go out and prove it. We've done it before. We've risen from worse. The core is still here. The culture is still in reach. But we have to want it. All of us. From the top down. Last night was a lesson. A warning. A wake-up call. The league won't wait for us to get it together. We have to take it. Every night. Every play. Every possession. I still believe in Steph. In Dre. In Clay. In this entire team. But belief alone doesn't win games. Execution does. Consistency does. Hunger does. And maybe this loss will be the spark. Maybe it's the low point we needed to rally around. To find that fire again. To remember who we are. This team was built on resilience. On rewriting narratives. On proving people wrong. It's time to tap back into that energy. Because the dynasty might be over, but the story isn't. Not yet. And I, for one, will be watching every second of what comes next. Let's go, Warriors. Time to rise. Hey Dub Nation. Brace yourselves, because the NBA world is buzzing once again, and this time, the spotlight shines directly on our beloved Golden State Warriors. Rumors are swirling that the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers has publicly wished good luck to none other than Jared Vanderbilt, who, according to multiple whispers around the league, could be making his way to the Bay Area. It's a move that has every Warriors fan's heart racing, not only because of the potential impact Vanderbilt could bring, but because of what this could mean for the growing rivalry between the Lakers and the Warriors. The story started quietly, as most NBA rumors do. A few subtle interactions, a few words during press conferences, and suddenly, fans were connecting the dots. The Lakers coach reportedly said in a post-game comment that he wished nothing but success to Vanderbilt, praising his professionalism, energy, and defensive mindset. That single comment has sent shockwaves through the basketball community, as many interpreted it as a farewell disguised as well wishes. In the world of NBA speculation, that kind of comment rarely goes unnoticed. For Warriors fans, this potential transfer feels like a strategic masterpiece. Jared Vanderbilt is not just any role player. He's a defensive powerhouse, a relentless rebounder, and a guy who can completely change the energy of a game. His hustle, versatility, and length make him exactly the kind of player the Warriors have been craving to bolster their defensive core and add depth to the rotation. And if this rumor turns out to be true, it could signal a bold and exciting shift in Golden State's tactical approach moving forward. Think about it, a player like Vanderbilt, known for guarding multiple positions, joining forces with Draymond Green would create a defensive duo capable of tormenting any offense in the league. The Warriors' small ball lineups could reach new levels of dominance, and their switch-heavy defense would gain even more flexibility. This is the kind of addition that could reignite that classic Warriors spark, the energy, the grit, and the unstoppable rhythm that once defined their dynasty years. The interesting part of this rumor isn't just Vanderbilt himself, it's the emotional undertone behind the Lakers coach's comments. There's a sense of mutual respect, almost like a passing of the torch. And let's be honest, that's rare between two of the biggest rivals in modern NBA history. When a coach from Los Angeles openly expresses support for a player possibly heading to the Bay, it's more than just good sportsmanship. It's a statement, intentional or not, that the NBA landscape is shifting once again. Golden State fans have seen these moments before, those times when a spark of rumor becomes a wildfire of speculation. Remember when Kevin Durant joined the Warriors? It started as a whisper too. And while Vanderbilt might not have the offensive stardom of KD, his defensive IQ and relentless drive fit perfectly into the Warriors' culture of unselfish, high IQ basketball. Social media has already exploded with reactions. Warriors fans are flooding timelines with mock lineups and highlight reels of Vanderbilt diving for loose balls, blocking shots, and crashing the glass. Vondo to the Bay has started trending among fans, and even some Lakers insiders are acknowledging that the player's time in Los Angeles may be nearing its end. Meanwhile, Warriors Nation is ready to welcome him with open arms, imagining him wearing the blue and gold, bringing fire and energy to the Chase Center. For the Lakers, losing Vanderbilt would sting. He's been one of their defensive anchors, a player willing to do the dirty work that often goes unnoticed. His hustle, his effort on every possession, and his quiet leadership have made him a favorite among teammates and coaches alike. But for the Warriors, that same work ethic could be the missing puzzle piece in their current lineup, especially as they continue to rebuild around Stephen Curry while keeping their championship DNA intact. Behind the scenes, the rumor gains more weight when you consider recent trade patterns. The Warriors' front office has been actively seeking players who can bring intensity, rebounding, and defensive strength. They've made it clear that toughness and versatility are top priorities moving forward. Vanderbilt checks all those boxes. Add to that his age and potential for growth, and you can see why this move makes sense strategically and financially. Fans have also noticed that several Warriors players have recently started following Vanderbilt on social media, fueling the speculation even further. In the modern NBA, that's often one of the first signs that something is brewing. Warriors insiders have also hinted that the front office has something big in the works before the next trade window, though no names have been officially confirmed. For coach Steve Kerr, a player like Vanderbilt could be a dream addition. Kerr has always valued players who bring heart, defense, and adaptability. Vanderbilt could seamlessly fit into the Warriors' motion offense, cutting, screening, and moving without the ball, while contributing heavily on the defensive end. He's the kind of player who might not fill up the stat sheet, but his presence changes the game. It's easy to imagine Vanderbilt diving for a loose ball, finding Curry in transition, and igniting the Chase Center crowd. Those moments are the heartbeat of Warriors basketball: effort, teamwork, and passion. Adding a player who embodies those qualities would only deepen the team's identity and connection with its fans. Lakers fans, on the other hand, are split. Some feel the coach's comments were simply words of encouragement, nothing more. Others, however, sense something deeper, perhaps a quiet acknowledgement that a deal is in the works or that the franchise might be preparing for roster adjustments. The uncertainty adds drama to an already intense rivalry, and NBA fans everywhere are hooked. This isn't just another rumor, it's a storyline with emotional and competitive weight. Every word from the Lakers camp and every subtle move from the Warriors side fuels the narrative. In an off-season full of speculation and power plays, this potential transfer feels like a move that could redefine both teams' paths. The idea of Vanderbilt joining the Warriors isn't far-fetched. Golden State has always thrived on maximizing player strengths, and Vanderbilt's relentless defensive motor could flourish under the Warriors system. Surrounded by leaders like Curry, Draymond, and Klay Thompson, he would have the perfect environment to grow both as a player and as a competitor. If the rumors prove true, this move would also symbolize the Warriors' evolution. The dynasty may have entered a new phase, but the ambition remains the same: to compete at the highest level, to outwork, outthink, and outplay every opponent. Vanderbilt embodies that kind of mentality. And for Lakers fans, this might be one of those bittersweet moments where they have to let go of a player who gave his all, knowing that his next chapter could be just as impactful, even if it's with their fiercest rivals. The Warriors community is already buzzing with what-ifs and possibilities. How would Vanderbilt fit into rotations? Could he become a key defensive stopper in the playoffs? Would he be the spark plug that reignites the Warriors' competitive fire? Those questions will only get louder in the coming days. One thing's for sure, the coach's words have set off a chain reaction. Whether intentional or not, his good luck message has painted a vivid picture of change and anticipation. For fans of both teams, it's become the latest chapter in the never-ending chess game between Los Angeles and Golden State. As a Warriors fan, it's hard not to get excited. The idea of adding someone like Vanderbilt makes perfect sense. He's young, hungry, and perfectly built for the Warriors' pace and philosophy. He brings something the team has missed in recent seasons: defensive consistency and raw intensity. Imagine a lineup with Curry, Clay, Wiggins, Vanderbilt, and Draymond, a unit that could switch everything, run the floor, and suffocate opponents on defense. That's not just exciting, that's championship DNA reborn. Even in the face of uncertainty, the energy around this rumor feels electric. The Warriors fanbase lives for moments like these: the whispers, the clues, the hope that something special is on the horizon. So as the story unfolds, all eyes remain on both teams. The Lakers coach's message might have been casual, but its ripple effect has been massive. Every sports outlet, podcast, and social media page is dissecting his words, trying to read between the lines. And for us Warriors fans, the hope is simple: that this rumor becomes reality, that Vanderbilt brings his fire to the Bay, and that the next time he steps onto the court, it's not in purple and gold, but in blue and gold, where legends are made and dynasties never die. Because in Golden State, we don't just chase wins, we chase greatness. And if Vanderbilt truly joins us, that chase just got a whole lot more exciting. The rivalry may be fierce, but respect between the two sides runs deep. And perhaps that's what makes this rumor even more special. It's a rare moment of mutual recognition in a sport defined by competition. As the echoes of that good luck continue to reverberate across the league, the Warriors faithful stand ready. Ready for new beginnings, for redemption, and for the next chapter in the dynasty that refuses to fade. So here's to the rumor, to the dream of seeing Jared Vanderbilt in Warriors blue, giving everything he's got on both ends of the floor. Because if there's one thing this franchise knows better than anyone, it's how to turn speculation into something unforgettable. And maybe, just maybe, this time will be no different. Before we dive into the next update, help us keep the Warriors spirit alive by subscribing to the channel and smashing that like button. Stay connected with all the latest Golden State Warriors news. Now, let's get into it.